All set for a start as the women get ready to make their way out. We start with the board leg, joined in commentary as the girls head off by Phil Clayton, Nicole Livingston and Trevor Hendy.
Here we go. This is the board start here. Pretty crazy. Watch Geordie Mercer here actually laid down. We've got Candice Felsen out in the lead. This is an incredible start here for Candice. Takes off, gets the first 10. This is the really important one. Look at the pack here, hit the back of the can here. All get caught up. There'd be 5 or 6 girls here hating that moment.
Hayley Bader looked like she was making a move early, but Candice Felsen leads at this stage. Phil Clayton.
Yeah, it's great to see. She caught a little wave there towards the end there, made the perfect call as there was 6 or 7 guys coming down the second wave. So great little finish for Candice.
And Hayley Bader was on that second wave, and unfortunately, like Harriet Brown, didn't stay on her board, so she went from being in second spot to right down the back.
Congratulations to Candice Felsen. She wins the board leg. Great sprint on to claim second position. Elise Bennett is there, Brodie Moyer, Amy Nurthen as well. But Felsen deserved that. She led from start to finish and caught the first wave.
And certainly Hayley Bader will be the one that will be really upset about that. Back to 14th spot and had second pretty much locked up.
Felsen first, Bennett second, Nurthen third, Brodie Moyer. We move through Bonnie Hancock. Courtney Hancock will be slightly disappointed with 9th. Harriet Brown, we saw her come off in 11th. Geordie Mercer, a creditable position in 12th. And we move to the tail end. Richardson, Hayley Bader, she's the one that lost serious ground. Perkins and Creedy rounded out.
I was interested to see how those rookies went, Howie. First year racing, and Alyssa was 5th, Devon was in 7th, and Maddie in 10th. Great first race. And we off to a start for the second of them, and this is the swim now. You see some of the competitors choosing to wear goggles and choosing to wear caps. All of the girls in pink this year, so from a safety point of view, that's exactly what we want to see.
And something that Phil pointed out to me yesterday, when you run into the edge there, exactly the spot that Kendrick Louis did his knee last year, the water drops off rapidly. So when those girls dive in, if they miss one step, they're flat on their face.
I actually saw Bonnie Hancock do that this morning in warm-up, and they were all really worried about it that she'd done at Kendrick Louis.
Well, we saw that at training, and yesterday there was a couple of guys practicing over and over, and once they did it, they figured out where that hole was, they knew where not to do it in the race.
It's kind of a bit of a leap and trust thing, isn't it? You think I'm leaping too shallow here, but you actually land in deep water.
We need to explain the format today. It's an accumulator format, Nicole. The overall athlete at the end of the day with the least points is the winner. Explain it to us.
Well, if you finish first in any of these 3 individual races, you will receive 1 point. And then the Ironwoman race, which is obviously the 3 disciplines, if you win that, you finish with 1 point. So if somebody wins everything, they'll finish with 4 points and win the day.
And be the winner of the overall event. The girls heading out on the swim. Phil, you train a lot of these girls. You were in this competition last year. What's the key to the swim leg?
I think it's just a big start. You know, it's all about getting out in front, not getting caught up in that pack. They're swimming out to the middle cam, which is their apex. That's at about 195 metres out today, so not that too far a swim, and as you can see, they're spreading out quite fast.
We can have a look at the weather conditions, and it's beautiful in Perth today. Scarborough Beach, 28 degrees, a little bit of cloud around early. South-southwest winds to 15 to 25 kilometres an hour. Trev, in the water as well, magnificent.
Yeah, water's beautiful. It's about 22 degrees at the moment. A lot warmer over here than the east and the south coast. Swell about 1 metre and 1.5 metres there in the Alabache water conditions.
Well, we're looking at the lead swimmers here, Clado, and you're seeing some familiar strokes there, and certainly one returning to the series this year.
Yeah, Naomi Flood seems to be in second place there on the right-hand side and making her way up. She's the only one without a cap today, so we can spot her. It's great to have her back in the sport and making her way through in the swim.
Now, someone who looked a little bit tired to me in the board leg is Devon Halligan. Clado, she's now training with you and has an elite level swim leg as well.
She does. She's just come off a fantastic titles down at the World Title. She had a nice big break after being a part of the New Zealand Black Fins there that took the win out. And, you know, it's a first race. She's a rookie. It's going to be exciting to see how she goes.
I'm wondering whether or not that's Rebecca Creedy, who didn't have a great first board leg. She said to me this morning in warm-up that she was feeling exceptionally tired, so don't put any money on it for today. But she certainly is the swimmer of the field, given that she's a gold medalist at Commonwealth Games. But until she breathes camera side, I can't confirm that it's her. It certainly looks like her physique and her stroke.
She was disappointed with her board leg, Nick. She's obviously always been a strong swimmer, but over the off-season she did so much work on her craft. And it just got away from her slightly in that board leg, but she is leading out powerfully in the swim. The Hancock sisters won't be too far behind her either.
That's what I love about this format, is that Rebecca, for example, in the board leg, has really made it difficult for herself coming 17th today, but that creates an opportunity for somebody else. So even though she's out there in the swim leg now, she can move right up in the overall placings for the day. She's going to struggle to win when 17 points is added to your tally in the first race.
The girls continue to head back in towards Scarborough Beach. The board leg is already done. We're onto the swim now. Nicole, swimming in the ocean, you're a superstar in the pool. Such a different caper.
It is a different caper, but I can still beat you in the ocean, Mark Howard.
No doubt. No doubt about that.
The two boys either side of me, perhaps I won't be able to beat them. But, yeah, it is a completely different caper. I mean, one of the things that you really have to concentrate is direction. And you'll see that the girls will constantly be looking up. Cue somebody looking up, as I said, which looks as though it was Courtney Hancock. That's her looking up without the goggles and the pink cap, sitting in second at the moment. So making sure they're in the right direction.
And what they're doing when they're looking up actually is they're not looking for the flag that they're coming into, because often you can't see that from down on the water level. You can't actually see from the swell that's in front of you. So they'll pick a landmark from the last can to the finish arch, and when they're swimming in, they're looking for that landmark. So it might be a balcony on Observation City, for example. Depends on what lines up. So that's what they're looking for. It makes it a lot easier.
Rebecca Creedy leads the swim. The Hancock sisters not too far behind. Harriet Brown, she's a strong swimmer. She will be in the mix as well. And there's a chance, the way that little shore break's happening, Phil, to ride a wave all the way in.
There is. It's quite a tricky one today. If they do get a wave, there's a little gutter on the edge, so they need to make sure they take a nice big breath, hold those arms together and try and work it right to the shore. And as we saw on the board there, you can come through from behind with quite a few people on the wave. So here we go now, little wave popping up. Our leader might just get over that.
Creedy does pull herself onto it. She is holding onto it. It's just pushed her off the back now, and this is a crucial area of the race. You can see the girls behind. They're all trying to get on that wave, where Creedy is a sitting duck in many respects.
Well, that's Courtney coming up through on the shore break. Rebecca should be able to stand up and she's away with this. Look at the other girls coming through on the wave here. They'll all skim up the beach there. What a great finish this is.
Falzon as well, who had a wonderful board leg, moves into second position though. Rebecca Creedy last in the board. She's turning around. Have a look at the physique on that young lady. She's a wonderful swimmer, and Rebecca Creedy is first across the line. But the big story, Candice Falzon, a first and a second. With the accumulator, Harriet Brown comes along. She's putting herself in a wonderful position.
Brody Moyer was right there as well. Maddie Dunn, what a first performance for her as well. She's got across the line there in sixth.
Creedy, Falzon, Moyer, Hancock, Courtney, Harriet Brown, Maddie Dunn and Naomi Flood round out in the top seven. Amy Nerthen coming through, so a good performance by Flood as well. But I think the big story developing here is the lady that won her first event last year, Candice Falzon. She now has a first and a second position.
What an incredible start. 1 and 2. That's 3 points. Not a bad start after two races, is it? The other one there, Courtney Hancock, put herself back in the race by getting a top 3 there.
Well done to Rebecca Creedy. She is the winner of the swim. Plenty still to come. Falzon looking the goods. This is the Telstra Ironwoman Series. Creedy is the winner there in front of Candice Falzon, Brody Moyer, Courtney Hancock, Harriet Brown.
Maddie Dunn on the second page there, Naomi Flood. Elise Bennett dropped back a little bit in that one after a good result in the first rounds.
As we move our way through, Bait-Up, Richardson, Mercer, Coleman and Bull.
And down on the beach is our own Guy Leach with the winner there, Rebecca Creedy.
Rebecca, the board race, not great for you, but the swim, fantastic result.
Yeah, look, it looks like things are getting better. Feeling a bit flat this morning and have had a bit of a flat week all round, so to get out there and get a good swim on the board gives me a bit of confidence.
I'm looking forward to the ski.
Absolutely, ski's my favourite leg, so looking forward to getting amongst it.
Oh, good luck.
Thank you.
Well done, Rebecca Creedy, and they are now set for a start in the ski. And having a look at the shore break, this could be action of plenty. Hayley Bait-Up is ready to go. There is Brody Moyer, second from the right, and off they go on the ski leg. And this is going to be a true challenge, because this shore break, Trevor Hendy, could cause some real damage.
A little piece of Phil Clayton's artwork there. He suggested that the ski paddle should be poked in behind the skis. There's a little bit of difficulty going down into the shore break there, so that was the best place to put them. The girls grab the paddles, jump on, and as we stated before, look how deep that is. That's is that Devon there or Alyssa trying to get on the ski? Super difficult to start with that shore break surging up.
Devon Halligan there jumping on a green ski, powering out through the middle. The big mover there over on the left, though, and I think we all expected it, was Naomi Flood. She's just come back from the Olympics, and this is her leg that she's going to shine in.
Well, I think she's got the Olympic bug after going to London 2012, already talking about trying to go to Rio 2016, but this is certainly where she came from and enjoying being back here. Brody Moyer's really poised as well to try and get the lowest of the points. She's sitting in second overall behind Candice Falzon.
And if you have a look at this, just speaking there about Naomi Flood, look at the stroke, the technique work on her, Clado. It's sensational to see. You can see straight away she's moving away from the side shot there. Gets plenty of rotation in the body. Now remember, these girls, their whole series depends on these individual results. It's very, very fast racing, so they're under a lot of pressure. It's really easy to make it too short and sharp, but you can see there with Floody, she's got it nice and long and strong, great stroke in the water and really powering away.
The distance we're travelling here, Phil Clayton?
Well, they're moving out to the middle can again, which is 440 metres out to sea. The big part of this is you've got to remember that after this, they've got to combine all three. So your board, your swim and your ski, you've got to come together for your last iron race. So quite exciting.
Great to see Naomi Flood back in the series. Obviously, she won it back in 2009. She's got a bit of zing, Nicole. She's got some personality, the girl.
She certainly does, and she has benefited from being in the Olympic Games team and being surrounded by all those athletes at the big multi-sport event. She had a good time too.
And being on the front page of the Sydney paper on the day of the opening ceremony. She knows how to enjoy herself, and she started off well. And it looks like Brodie Moyer has also positioned herself well, Phil Clayton.
She does. Brodie in second there, and Courtney moving up on the outside there on the pink and black ski. She's moved up into third. Behind there you can see Rebecca Creedy, as she said before, this is her favourite leg. Jordan Mercer also up there now with Harriet Brown on the yellow ski too.
Interesting, Rebecca Creedy talking about her favourite leg and having that as we see Naomi Flood out there in the lead, but having that as a favourite leg now, given her swimming background, Trev Hendy.
Yeah, isn't that great to hear that?
She's worked hard on her craft.
Best ski paddler out there, but really, really enjoying that side. The other one there, Naomi Flood, once again sitting in great position. Wasn't that great camera shot of seeing her side to side? But also Courtney Hancock sitting in a good spot here, has had a couple of bad results in the first two, so not sitting well in the points for the day.
You talked about it in the lead-up with Guy Leach. As Candice Falzon, the overall leader on the yellow ski, midfield, you were talking about Courtney, that she'd changed her training regime coming in, as we have a great on-board shot of Naomi Flood.
Fantastic technique as she's just feeling for a lift, and you do feel any kind of a lift on the ski, don't you?
You really do. The skis are super fast. Watch this. See, the nose goes down in the trough, the little part in the front, and that's when the rating lifts up and she tries to hold on that as long as she can. She'll turn back towards the finish arch, and then she'll turn back when the run picks her up again so she can get a bit of a run on that. Just
going back to Courtney Hancock, Phil, she has changed her regime coming into this series. She was a little concerned about it.
She did. She was explaining that she's more of an endurance athlete after the Coolangatta Gold, and she's had to change a fair bit up and shorten everything up, obviously, for this new series. And today it's great to see. You know, she's in third spot right now on the ski, and she said to me it's a bit of a risk, the training she was doing, and I think it's paying off.
In tremendous shape for this series this year is Brodie Moyer. As we look at Naomi Flood sitting right behind her, just moving from side to side, looking for anything that she can find, is Brodie Moyer.
And that's Geordie Mercer making a move out to the outside there on the right. Fantastic effort from there. Actually, no, that's Courtney Hancock. I stand corrected. But Brodie Moyer is one that I really love.
Yeah.
In the last couple of years, we've always watched her and thought she had the potential to go on and do something great, but maybe lacked a little bit mentally, but she really has the belief now. Coolangatta Gold champion, World Ironwoman champion, and just knows that she can mix it with the best.
Absolutely. It was a bit of a scrappy World Championship, wasn't it, for the Ironwomen? And they can certainly mix it around those cans when they need to out here.
Brodie Moyer looking, but out in front is Naomi Flood. We can see a wave in the background. Moyer's trying to get onto it. Some girls have gone sideways. Naomi Flood, though, she's a powerful athlete. That's why she was in London for the Olympics. She is cruising up the beach. Looks like she's going to take a win here. Be a bit of carnage. Looks like Geordie Mercer is off her ski there, Phil Clayton.
Also, Bonnie Hancock there losing her green ski as Naomi runs up to the beach. Courtney losing it on the edge. Like I said before, very tough conditions. This tiny little edge here, and as you can see how deep it is, they're going to have to swim the last 5 metres.
And there's Candice in the background there, who we want to see how she finishes this one. Now, the thing is, when you lose your ski, the big problem is you have to swim in while someone else ski paddles past you. Not a good thing to do, but we've got a slightly higher camera angle and you can't quite tell how tough it is. But look at that. Naomi Flood does it well. Brodie Moyer setting herself up.
Well done to Naomi Flood, and great to see Rebecca Creedy, who's had a great ski leg. She was looking forward to it, she said. The girls sprinting across the line. Geordie Mercer has come across the line there. Alira Richardson and Harriet Brown. But back in the field, the girls still getting pounded by that shorebait. But well done to
and
Naomi
where's
Flood.
Candice Falzon?
That is the question. Guy Leach will be able to fill us in shortly. Leachy, a wonderful race by Naomi Flood.
Brodie, you've looked pretty good the first couple of races. A good result in the ski then, setting up nicely for the last race.
Yeah, definitely. Who would have thought 3 races can really stuff you? But just trying to be really consistent and try to do the same in the iron, and hopefully I can make a podium.
How do you feel?
I feel good. I think the shorter the rest, the better for me because I back my fitness and I'm pretty fit. So
Good luck.
thanks.